Listening to Our Daily Show with CJ and S.A.L.T on RiverBender.com.
It's wanting what you've got. I'm gonna soak up the sun.
Well, in a couple of minutes, maybe a few hours, we'll be able to soak up some sun. But how nice is it not to have 148 degrees outside, Damian Jones?
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Enjoy it while we have it.
No kidding. And I'm looking forward to it. I got Alton Fighting Irish practice again tonight. And, kids are getting ready to start the slice of season and having some fun. But coming up on Saturday, you're having a free soccer camp out at Gordon Moore.
Absolutely. We're doing our soccer camp and fun day Saturday, August 12th. It's from 9 to 12. The age range is 6 to 12-year-olds. And
really cool.
We're going to try to do some, a cookout, a little bit, some food, treats and refreshments for the kids, after the camp. Really, it's just about providing, a fun and accessible kind of soccer experience for boys and girls in our community.
Right on. So right off the bat, I'm nosy. What food are we grilling up?
Oh, the old cookout favorite, hot dogs, some chips and drinks. You can't go wrong with that.
You can't. I'm telling you, that's the safety net. Well, how cool is this? Because honestly, Damian, you and I know better than anybody how expensive these camps can get in the summer, and trying to make sure your child has some type of good structure in its training and making sure that everyone's learning the way they should. But some of these are like $500 and $600, and not a lot of families have that opportunity or luxury to afford that, to have something like this with great area coaches and players being a part of it and really giving some good training. You can't miss this.
That's you're hitting the high notes, kind of the touch points of quality, sports experiences that are accessible to all children. That can be a challenge. Oftentimes, particularly in the area of soccer. With the pay-to-play system and the privatization of the sport in the youth experience or the youth space, it can be inaccessible to families. And so S.A.L.T and the organizations that we partner with are just trying to make that experience of soccer accessible and bring high quality by making sure we're collaborating and partnering with organizations that are steeped in history and kind of experience and knowledge about how to share the great game of soccer to children who are kind of just beginning.
Without a doubt. And on top of that, you guys have had a hell of a year. Really just, it seems like, and by the way, for anyone who hasn't followed along, the work that you guys have put in to get to this point has been astronomical. And I'm sure when you're starting, you're kind of looking up going, okay, we got a little bit of ways to go. But now, you guys are creeping closer and closer to really hitting a good stride with the organization.
You think back on where you've come from. Oftentimes, when you're kind of in the eye of the storm, you lose perspective of where you've come from. But every now and again, as an organization, we look back and think when we first got started, how far on the horizon and how far away some of the things that we've been able to accomplish seemed at the time. I guess our kind of most significant accomplishment is building the mini pitch here in Alton.
Such a cool thing.
It is. We're very proud of that, to be the first organization, to build a facility of that quality in the entire region. Is a real feather in the cap for the organization, but more importantly, it's a neat resource for our community, for our school district, because the court's right next to the middle school. Just trying to, again, it's about not just about soccer and developing great soccer players. It's about exposing kids to new and different experiences that they maybe haven't had a chance to expose themselves to.
One, you just hit it right on the head, because if you drive down College Avenue and you drive by Rock Springs and get to see the pitch out there, so many kids that, hell, I see some that are soccer players and some that probably have never picked up a ball in their life, and that's the first time. And it's just another outlet. Right now in today's climate, you and I talked about this last time. it's so easy to get distracted and lose sight of being focused on schoolwork and having that good support system and being a part of your community. And with this, this is a huge resource to have to really be a part of the community and doing something that's, not necessarily productive, but also, something that really helps the child develop further on down the road.
Oh, that's a perfect segue into kind of direction that we're taking the organization. When, I oftentimes make reference to the importance of collaborative associations with the assets that we have in the locally, regionally, but even nationally. That's something that we've been working very hard to do, is position the organization, and because of our association and close connectivity with the community, connecting the community to those assets. We just had the real honor and pleasure of participating in a speakers forum at the Missouri History Museum a few weeks ago. It all kind of was birthed out of the soccer exhibit, Soccer City, down at the Missouri.
Is it nice?
It is fun.
I haven't been yet.
Oh, I would encourage. I know you're a footy. I know you're a footy fan. So CJ, I would encourage you, because there are kernels of of wisdom and tidbits of information about the history of soccer in St. Louis that I'm quite sure you even as well familiar you are with soccer. These would be points of interest to you in terms of the history of soccer and the importance that St. Louis has played nationally in the development of the game.
Well, and before we go in to the speaker series or the forum, I mean, just to highlight that, I'm sure people that aren't really soccer fans or maybe haven't been around it are going, why do I have to hear this every day that soccer in St. Louis is such a big deal? But I don't think people really realize how, instrumental the area was for the national rise of soccer. I mean, without St. Louis, you would have a hard time developing the national team early on. I mean, it was really a lot of St. Louis guys.
The number of St. Louisans that have played for the U.S. national team, it's extraordinary. We have St. Louisans that are in the Soccer Hall of Fame. The number of national championships that have been won by St. Louis, universities. St. Louis kind of set the pace for the development of the beautiful game in America. It's really a neat distinction for our region to have.
You're absolutely right. So and take me through the speaker series too. This seems like a really great event to be a part of.
Oh boy, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Again, it's another opportunity to create connectivity with some individuals and institutions that are doing really, really neat work and who get it. Who understand that it's, as I like to say, it's not just about the thing, it's about the thing. It's not just about creating great football players or soccer players, but it's also about exposure. It's about connectivity of children from different parts of the city, kind of sharing and enjoying one another through the passion of play, and that being soccer. But increasing access to the game so that all boys and girls can have access to the game, learn about the game, but may come to find that they actually enjoy, and have some affinity for the game.
Well, you're absolutely right. And this is something that people have said time and time again with this pay-to-play system is, there's a reason that soccer became the most, participated in sport globally, and that's because you didn't need to have money to play it in your the country you lived in, or whether or not you lived in Europe, if you're in one of the African countries down there and you're playing on a patch. I mean, it was all for everybody being able to play a game, a simple game, and just enjoy. And here it seems like it got so monopolized early on that it's great now we're finally getting organizations like S.A.L.T that really do provide that, because this game's supposed to be about community. I mean, that's really the whole entire soccer game is community.
That's well put. There's a kind of like a fraternity of footy, fans that are passionate about the game. It is a simple game, and somewhat boggles the mind that it isn't more widely, disseminated in the country. But, when you think about the suburbanization of America, the amount of acreage necessary to put in a full-size soccer pitch, one could understand that it may gravitate towards outlying, communities to the exclusion of, more heavily populated kind of urban centers. So that's what we love about the mini pitch program, is that in a small area, you can provide a safe, kind of bounded area for kids to get a football at their feet and enjoy the game.
And the older you get, the smaller the court is, the better. I'm telling you what, if I had to do just the training session on Monday, Damian, I get done, and on Tuesday I wake up and go, oh my God, I think I'm actually getting old. I can't move.
I say, the mind's a fertile field. We remember, being able to do certain things when we were younger, but the body tends to remind us, hey, listen, don't carry me so fast, okay?
Well, you'll love this. I'm telling the girls, I'm telling them, hey guys, I want you to bounce it a little bit, but get over the top of the ball, so that way we can really control this, get some nice pace on it. And I tripped over the ball and slipped. Oh my goodness, I'm telling you, my career just went off before my eyes. Going,
I'm sure you recovered and said, "Do as I say, not as I do."
I did, and then I went into a rant. See how I recovered right there? We're talking to Damian Jones. Can you sit with me for a couple of minutes?
Absolutely.
We got to pay a quick bill. It's 9:30 in downtown Alton on the 7th day of August. We'll be back with more of our daily show after this one.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you. For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
It's not unusual to be sad with anyone, but if I ever find that you've changed,
I'm still talking to Damian Jones. I had Tom Jones playing too. How about that? The show of the Joneses, 9:33. Welcome back to our daily show.
Well, you dug deep into the archives for that one.
I'm telling you what, Damian, you should have seen my text line. The last week I've had no bad text for a year. Like, I'm going, is anyone even all my friends the only ones listening to this? Well, finally I get this nasty text. It was like, you got to play better music. I'm so tired of listening to the damn oldies on this.
Hey, wait a minute. I like that. I resemble that remark.
Well, it's like, come on, man. It's better than
I'm old.
Well, and speaking of, a game that's for every age, old, young, you name it. And that's really what this game is for, is to be able to put a ball down. Maybe it's with your kids, maybe with your nieces, your nephews, and just being able to play for a little bit, being able to enjoy. And what I think is really cool is S.A.L.T's mission. I mean, it's not about creating, necessarily a pro athlete, every player is going to be playing for the national team, but providing that opportunity. And that's a huge part of why I think you guys are so successful, is that word right there, opportunity.
I think it's important. I think it's important for children to be exposed. I think, in talking to a lot of the people that, we met at the Speakers Forum and even down at City, we've had some meetings, have a meeting later today at City. But folks get it. The understanding that exposing a child to different experiences really helps to shape that child, to stretch and broaden that child's mind about all of the different opportunities that are out there. And you can tell when a child's been exposed, it's palpable. That confidence that they have that comes from a varied kind of a range of experiences, and that includes athletics.
Well, and with that being said, I mean, to me, I think soccer is such a crucial sport to learn, and just I highly encourage it because it's the one sport I truly believe that critical thinking is one of the most crucial parts of the game. Because you can't, it's not like we're lining up for a formation and we know the play. We know what we're doing, or when you're 2 strikes, you choke up on the bat. In soccer, it's so dynamic. You have to be able to think about certain scenarios, and whether or not, you're 3 years old learning it in Park and Rec, those things really last a lifetime in learning that knowledge for the real world or for your work experience.
Yeah, that's a good point. There are no timeouts in soccer, and the ball is constantly moving. And when you're on the pitch, you're in play. You're active and have to be prepared, and you have to kind of be cognizant not only of where you are in space when you're on the ball and what you can or should be doing with the ball when you have it, but you're also having to be cognizant of where you are in space relative to your opponent and your teammates when you're off of the ball, where you should be moving, to be available for your teammates to pass you the ball, where you should be, to defend your goal. And those are, it's neat.
Yeah.
That's a neat aspect of soccer that's to some degree unique. It's always, you're always moving.
Well, and that's what I think. I mean, it just goes hand in hand really with, the sport does with your guys' trajectory as an organization. Because, I mean, you could have easily said, hey, we're going to do this locally, and it probably would have taken a couple of years longer to get to where you needed to be. But when you're going all hands on deck and you're collaborating and networking at every chance you have, and you're meeting with City on, it seems like now, a month-to-month basis, I'm talking to you, I just came back, or I'm getting ready to meet with somebody from City. Talk about this collaborative partnership, because this is really going to be something that's, long-standing without a doubt.
That's the goal, is to have sustained programming and, leveraging assets that can help you extend your programming, extend the touch of your engagements, and help you do things, that you can't do on your own. And hopefully you bring some, assets to the table, if you will, for your partners that you're collaborating with, including an organization of the size and reach of City. There are things that we can help them do. I think one of the things that we discussed in the last meeting was how to kind of accelerate the outreach programming to other areas of the city that haven't been touched by St. Louis City SC, to leverage the grassroots organizations that are in various communities and kind of activate them to help City in accomplishing their mission. We knew that would be inevitable. Happy to see that it's that's coming to pass, that timing wise City is ready to start reaching out to local organizations.
Well, and too, I mean, no better region really than this one to test the waters, in my opinion, because we have a unique layout. I mean, we really do, because it seems we're all close together. We're all, on the Riverbend area, maybe what, Damian, 20 minutes to get from here to Bethalto,
Exactly.
But it seems like there's always like a little bit of a disconnect between communities, and I think that's why it's so crucial to have S.A.L.T, because whenever you guys keep, you're having these meetings with City, you guys could be that connecting piece for bringing in the Riverbend and bringing them together, bringing us all together with soccer in one organization, and being able to connect that with City and being able to expand throughout every place in the Riverbend instead of just, maybe a one-spot location.
That's well put. One of our aspirations is to try to serve as a gateway to Southern Illinois communities for City, that we can establish connectivity with the organization and help them in their reach into communities in Southern Illinois that are in close proximity or easily accessible to Alton, to S.A.L.T, so that we can kind of facilitate that connectivity with the Southern Illinois communities.
I'm telling you what. See, I think I'm picking up what S.A.L.T's stepping, and I'm feeling this out.
You're casting salt there over your shoulder.
I'm just feeling it.
You're tossing it. You're doing great.
Well, and with that, I wanted to ask you this. We talked about this on the phone, and this was, really just about the, maybe not so much the athletic success of a area student, but, academically as well. Take us to your guys' aspirations for maybe, connecting those prospective students that maybe don't have that interest to be in the next Ronaldo, but maybe have the opportunity to take, what S.A.L.T gives them and utilize that to better their own life.
One of the programs that we're seeking to develop, we're actively working on the program in conjunction with New Dimension Soccer in St. Louis. We're trying to develop an early childhood development and physical literacy curriculum.
Wow.
It's our actual own proprietary kind of program, leveraging physical activity, and then with specificity, soccer, skills and drills for very small children, as young as 2, 3, 4 years old. There's a body of research, a rather significant body of research that suggests or establishes that physical activity, aerobic activity, and kind of movement for young children can foster accelerated cognitive development and neural pathway connectivity. And so we're trying to kind of connect into or dive deeper into that research and develop a program that we can kind of introduce in early childhood education centers, maybe Head Start facilities, as an activity for children to do with their teachers, but also do with their parents, that engages the child, physically, kind of aerobically, but also, facilitates that cognitive and social emotional development.
Well, and too, on top of that, I think this is so important because to me, just as, someone who is seeing, it seems like, Damian, all my friends are either getting married or having children but me. So I don't know what, I think I might just be the uncle at this point, but I mean.
You're behind schedule, CJ.
No kidding. I'm looking at my calendar going, I missed it by a year. I find it so important for younger parents because it seems like once, they start growing up a little bit and the parents, they're new parents, they had kids and now they're trying to make their careers work and their marriage and they lose sight of, being out there and being active themselves.
Oh, yes.
And, to have the opportunity to really learn, how to maybe just connect with your child with soccer, that's 2 or 3, and getting outside and being able to go for a little bit of a jog with your kid or maybe playing a little bit of a game with that soccer based, that goes a long way too in the mental health side for younger parents especially.
That's a good point. One of the things that we'd like to do with the early childhood program is kind of equip parents with kind of activities that they can share with the child. It has the dual benefit, obviously, of engagement and activity for the child, but also for the parent.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to add that arrow, if you will, in the quiver of a mom or dad or a couple to another area or point of engagement with a child that has dual benefit: physical activity and fun, but also social, emotional, cognitive development. So we're excited about that.
I'm telling you, this is really cool because to me, the biggest thing is discouragement. Maybe it's discouragement in the child, most importantly, discouragement in the parent. And life hits you and all. Sort of develop this. This is going to be cool to see where it takes off to.
I'm excited. We're excited. We are actually reaching out and trying to establish collaborative connectivity with SIUE.
Oh, wow.
Their early childhood education department. We're trying to kind of expose the goals and aims of our program and see if there's areas of connectivity and alignment with the academicians over there to kind of help us develop the program, share in its dissemination and outreach. But also the other thing we were looking to do is also develop a kind of a mentorship program with the regional academic institutions, SIUE. We were already established connectivity with Lewis and Clark and Principia. Lindenwood, we've reached out and tried to kind of explore that possibility. And we're just going to continue to march it out, maybe UMSL, SLU, leveraging the student athletes in all disciplines as a source of mentorship and engagement and role models for young children. Kind of, the old saying, if a child can see it, they can be it. Not just an athlete, but also a student.
Yep.
And to see how student athletes at the university level are using their gifts and talents to enhance their college experience, be a part of their college community, but also build relationships that last a lifetime.
Yeah, absolutely. And as we're winding down here, Damian, what's the best way for people to, and we'll circle back to the free soccer camp because I know you guys want to hear that again. What's the best way for somebody that's interested? Maybe they want to be a part of this. Maybe they want to learn more. What's the best way to reach out with any questions, comments, concerns? Concerns are directed to me.
Oh, no. We're always open to, improving. But definitely email would be the best. Damian, DAMIAN .Jones, JONES, at SALT Youth, one word, saltyouth.org.
And now if they go to saltyouth.org, just the website, is there some information there too that they could utilize?
Our website, we're in the process of kind of enhancing and expanding, kind of the information. It's really just a very cursory and informational website for, the aims and goals of SALT. But certainly we can send out information or answer any questions that anybody has about our programming, some of the program collaborative, partnerships that we're seeking. Definitely email me if you have any ideas or suggestions or just questions about what we're doing and how we're doing it. Please email me. I'd love to connect with you.
Without a doubt. And Damian, let's talk about this free soccer camp coming up this weekend, the 12th of August. So this is at Gordon Moore Park, Field 4.
Yes.
And now, take us through this. So what are the age groups? What's the times? Give us that good overview.
All right. Well, we're going to be out there at Gordon Moore, field number 4, right next to the concession building. Mm-hmm. We'll be there from 9 to 12. The age groups 6 to 12. And we have some representatives with the Missouri Youth Soccer Association that are going to come out and help us. We have some local soccer, coaches that are going to also be there to help us. And we want to go through skills and drills, some small-sided games, and some fun activities with soccer. And once again, as I said, we'll also have a little cookout.
That's awesome. Damian Jones, keep up the great work. It's so cool to see where SALT keeps growing to, and just awesome that we get some of your time today, and good luck with your meeting today with City, and just keep growing.
Thank you so much, CJ. I really appreciate it. It's an honor to be on your show.
Oh, no problem, man. Always good to talk with you. At 9:46, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back, wrap up the 9 o'clock hour in downtown Alton. After this.